everyone, and welcome to another episode of STX Weekly. It's number 64, bringing you all the top news from the world of sports tech. Let's jump right in, starting with top deals. Not much by the way of deal flow, to be honest. These things have dried up a bit, it seems. Not the acquisition side, where we see another acquisition. We covered 3 stories last week, and this week it's Greenfly, who acquired Miro. Miro AI is a name that is very familiar to most of those in the sports tech world. They are basically an application that uses AI to automatically identify logos, brand names, and basically brand insignia from images in sporting venues, right? So you have a camera pan over a marathon, it'll tell you how many times the Nike swoosh appears, something like that. So Greenfly acquired Miro. Greenfly, if you don't know about them, they're essentially a media management or asset management platform for sports companies. So all the media that anybody captures in a sports arena, whether it's fans, whether it's photographers or broadcasters or media company themselves, they all can get aggregated on Greenfly's platform. So you can see the synergy pretty much straight away. Miro's tech can help Greenfly identify branding and corporate sponsorship in the images that they capture, thereby increasing the value of that media asset. They will also do a few other things, but the synergy is pretty clear. Kudos to both teams for executing this deal. Next up, we have to talk about the MLB All-Star Weekend. We covered their virtual ballpark in last week's episode. This is like a digital world or metaverse. It's a term I don't like to use, but we'll use it now. It is the MLB's version of where play fans can hang out digitally. They had a couple of other things going on. So with T-Mobile, they had a slew of activations, tech-based activations, as the article headline says. They had robot umpires. They had an AR plugin for the app. So there was augmented reality. They had drone cameras somewhere, I read. So all sorts of cool stuff that they were trying to drive fan engagement with. One of the things that they also did with Candy Digital, who, by the way, provided the MLB Virtual Park, they were the supplier for that tech initiative. They are continuing their partnership with the MLB All-Star Weekend to provide, guess what, digital collectibles. So they will their lineup will include video highlights, commemorative game tickets, and flagship player icons. Let's put it this way: Candy are still continuing to deliver interesting activations in the Web3 space. MLB continue to invest in it. This has become more of a All-Star Weekend highlight thing. It seems like that is the main point right now for all the leagues. It's not so much in the business as usual and normal process of things, but around All-Star Weekends, which are there to celebrate fans, maybe it makes sense to have other activations like this. So Candy Digital and MLB continuing their partnership. Next up is a story that I really like, actually. We came across this last week. This is from Wimbledon and their partnership with Vodafone. I'm going to play this video, which brings a 5G headset that allows fans to experience Wimbledon live at the arena. So that's the headset as the video is playing. Basically, it is made up of a camera and a screen inside the headset, as you can see. And what it does essentially is it broadcasts using 5G. It broadcasts the live tennis game into the screen, which is on the person's head, which is to the headset. Now, this screen can be customized, or that viewing experience can be customized to that visually impaired person's requirements. So you can adjust the zoom, the contrast, the lighting, the distance from the retina, all those kind of things. And there are smaller impairments visual impairments that a person might have. See the headset, it can be customized to each person's viewing experience. So of course it has applications for broader fans, but the fact that this technology is being used for visually impaired fans, I think is super, super powerful. Kudos to Wimbledon, who have done a lot, by the way, this year's Wimbledon. There's been a lot of cool tech stuff. They had their Fortnite activation. They had another Digital Worlds thing, and now bringing tennis to visually impaired fans. Great stuff. Another very interesting story. This is one that we've been covering for a while about who owns the data when it comes to a footballer's data. There is so much of that data being captured. player performance data, of course, that goes without saying, but also their training, their nutrition, their sleep. There is so much data of a professional footballer that today is being captured across devices, but owned by the clubs pretty much right now. FIFPro has been working on this for a while. They are working on developing a system that allows the players to actually control their own data. Now, we've covered Project Red Card on this, which was an initiative by this guy, Russell Slade, who has been working on the behalf of 1,400 athletes, as it says, across cricket, football, and rugby, contesting or advocating for the rights of players about their rights on their data, on their play data, and how it's being monetized by betting firms and gaming companies. And he, I think it says over here, is fighting a class action lawsuit for, I think it was some $1 billion. Maybe I read that in another article. But basically, he's fighting to get more money in the hands of players. Now, this is all based on GDPR. FIFPro is now, it was here, payments of more than 500 million from 150 different companies. But the FIFPro is trying to do is allow every player access to their own data on a secure cloud-based database, which will obviously be plugged into all the various applications that a player's data is managed on. The fact that the Players Union, which is basically what FIFPro is getting involved and finally taking this up in a serious way means that this will go to FIFA. There's no doubt about that. And then you're at the doorstep of real legislation happening. So this is a big step. We've gone from somebody, an independent advocate, which is what Project Red Card is, to now reaching the Players Union, which is backing this proposal. Of course, they would. And then it can take the next step and get formalized and possibly go to FIFA, which would be quite a win for the players if they can actually get control, because it adds a whole other layer of commercialization that a player gains access to. All right, that was an interesting development. And our top story for the week is a pretty major fund. Now, usually I don't put funds in as the top news, but when it's these people and when it's this amount of money, I think this has to be the leading story. Raine Group, a name that football fans would have heard arguably too many times in the recent past. This is the company, the investment group that managed the sale of Chelsea. They also managed the broker the deal for Endeavour's deal with the WWE, it says here, and are currently excruciatingly working on Manchester United's deal, which is taking forever. Is it Sheikh Jassim? Is it Ineos? Whoever it'll be, can we find an answer? Because I want the Glazers out. But enough about me. Let's talk about Raine. So this is Raine. And Raine has launched a $760 million fund for new sports and media. So they're investing in sports media, entertainment, and gaming, all on the tech side of things. Right? That is, I believe, the biggest fund that I know of, that we know of, in the sports tech landscape. They don't explicitly say sports tech. They say sports media, entertainment, and gaming, but arguably this is on the technology side, and I think pretty strongly. They do have a track record of investing as a pretty advanced, like a late stage VC. So this is what this money will go to. It says here they will gather their wealth, or they'll amass their fund from pension funds, sovereign wealth funds. Yeah, a lot of that Middle Eastern money coming in, and other institutional investors. They've already made their first deal, which is into Triple Dot Studios, a gaming developer. Not so sexy. It says that it's a developer of casual games like Solitaire. But hey, you got to start somewhere. And this is also another investor in that fund, interestingly enough, is Todd Bowley, who everybody knows, everybody, it seems, in the VC world. All right, that is my top story of the week. And that is all the news done for episode 64. If you've enjoyed our content, please do drop a subscribe. Please do drop a like. Share this content with somebody else that you think might enjoy it. We love bringing it to you, and we'd really appreciate it if you could share it with others as well. Otherwise, we'll see you next week. Ciao.